All right, so episode 6 just landed. I want to be clear just straight off the bat. I was all in for Richonne and their reunion with their kids. I've seen a lot of comments online about the episode and some of the disappointment with the episode, and I'll get into that. My hope for this series was that Michonne would find Rick and that Michonne would get Rick out of the CRM and back to his kids. So that was seriously the only thing that I was rooting and hoping for. And I feel like with this entire series, we got that. We got the reunion with the kids. I was really surprised. Was not expecting that, at least not full on like that. Maybe like what it looked like was just Judith's sidearm and her walkie-talkie, and I thought that was going to be it, but it became much more than that, and I was very happy to see that. I was very satisfied in that regard. Now, that being said, the episode felt a bit rushed. Obviously, I think any show that tries to do a story in 6 episode slots, it's going to feel rushed. It absolutely is going to feel rushed. I already went in thinking it would feel rushed because we have 6 episodes to tell an overarching story. And so, yeah, that last episode felt rushed. Beale's monologue took up a third of the episode, which I thought was really lame because who wants to sit there and hear this man talk, dribble? But we did get some insight into the CRM with that monologue. So, you kind of have to just eat the meat and chew out the bones. But honestly, I wanted that Grimes reunion, and we got it. And for those that have said that the CRM is over, I mean, yeah, the power shift to it being The Walking Dead, the Walkers being the top villain and not the CRM, that shift happened in this episode. And it will be interesting to see what happens in the future of the Walking Dead universe. I think that the people that are going to be most disappointed are the people that really wanted the CRM to be the villain. That's what it feels like to me. That's what it reads like to me online. People are upset because for the future of the franchise, the CRM isn't going to be the big bad threat. That the main threat would be The Walking Dead. And so, yeah, I could see why people would be up in arms in that, especially with given some of the other spin-offs that are out right now. If you remember in the episode, Beale in his monologue said that in 14 years the dead will overwhelm the living and that they will win. Then that was the reason why he built the CRM. And so that's the new threat now, the dead overwhelming the living. The series' main antagonist is back, which is the Walkers. So that is the major shift that happened here. And there was something that Beale said. He said that we have agents embedded in every community. Okay, yeah, the CRM is gone, but there's still agents out there that would cause problems. Beale is dead. Thorne is dead. Rick, Michonne went back to their kids. I think the way that they ended this was really beautiful and cheesy, and it's what the fans wanted. It's what we wanted. We wanted those two together again. We wanted to see them reunite with their kids and killed all the bad guys, and that's basically what happened. And so people are giving their disdain and dissatisfaction over the series right now, and that's just part of the deal now, isn't it? Not everyone's going to be happy with story and how things are. There are some things that were just unrealistic with the bomb. To survive that kind of a bomb, that kind of explosion is unrealistic. For everyone to turn so quickly is also unrealistic. So there's a lot of things that I felt like I said, was rushed. The pacing of this episode was terrible. Terrible pacing, in my opinion. It just feels kind of discombobulated a bit, but I'm absolutely happy with the outcome. This series was about Rick and Michonne. That love, the power of that love, them together, them fighting to get back to their family. That's what this series was about, mainly and mostly. I would say probably 90% of what we saw was about those two. And I'm not mad about that. It changes the landscape a bit, which I'm excited to see what that is. I'm not going to just discount the show or the series because CRM is not a major threat anymore, or because an episode pacing was a little discombobulated. I'm not just going to throw the baby with the bathwater here. So, and honestly, like if we're looking at this as a story completion arc finish, I think they did a wonderful job with Rick and Michonne's arc, bringing it to a close, bringing it to a completion, but also left a lot of room for them to come back and do something more. They said that we would be satisfied, and those who are Richonne fans, I'm sure we were satisfied with that end. There may be some of us who weren't satisfied with the overall episode as a whole in terms of pacing and story decisions for the future of the franchise, etc., etc. But for the most part, this was really well executed. Those are my takes. I'm gonna do another video about the music once that soundtrack drops, because I think the music in this series was so phenomenal. The choices in songs outside of the score were perfect, and I want to talk about that. So those are my thoughts with this episode. Let me know what your thoughts are with this finale, and we'll talk soon.